There's an increasing awareness within our government that their policy practice needs to change, that we really need to develop a practice in which we can collaborate with society, not only develop policy for society, but also with society. And design can really play an important role in this.
I think we all recognize that we're in a moment of great change, and the logics of the past, while have been very useful, aren't necessarily the logics that are going to take us into the future.
Continuous push and continuous work needs to be there, because if we stop trying, government will fall back in its default position, and that's not where we need government to be.
One of the interesting things that's been happening, and that's tied also to design thinking and human design, is who is actually a designer.
There is the risk with design and designers that they will say design can fix anything. It's the solution to whatever problem. But if you were to say which kinds of problems are best fit and which are not, I would say problems at a high policy and high level of complexity that require lateral thinking, a lot of co-creation, a lot of different kinds of visualization, high level of vision and ambition, that's very well fit for design, so design for policy.
One of the things that civil servants I have been working with in the UK talk about is that the right problems are fixed. So instead of the framing of a problem that is in the public administration with the limited information they have, if you directly connect with people's lived experience and their understandings and their worlds, you get a better insight to what the problem actually might be and the cultural and social aspects of it, not just in a technical or procedural lens. So one of the benefits is also solving the right kind of problem.
If we're in a world where the solutions that we need don't exist, we need to discover them. And one of the best ways to discover things is by making and learning along the way. So design for me is ultimately a way of seeing, of bridging between how we feel and what we can count, and then also managing risks and opportunities as we uncover things. And these are the kinds of skill sets that we're really missing in our public institutions.
Where does it lead us if we take a design approach in policymaking? It leads us to a place where we can both collaboratively envision impactful, meaningful, positive futures. It takes us to a place where we have the tools and the processes to collaborate across disciplines, across levels, across sectors, to build the solutions, build the projects, build the initiatives, the regulation, the policies to get there. It also allows us to work in a learning manner, experimental manner, with finding out what works over time as we explore different paths and avenues towards that future. All of that is the promise that design and designers give to policymakers.
So what we see globally is that there is a lot of instability, a lot of polarization, a lot of issues that are really not, let's say, well taken up by our governments. And especially in the Netherlands, we're now struggling a lot to form a government that's creating a stable but also long-term strategy towards these complex issues that we're facing. And I think design has a very important role to play to deliver the repertoire, but also the type of practice we need to bridge the gap between government and society, and to also enable and facilitate again, re-enable, I would say, the trust within our government to really deal with these societal issues.